I do a lot of thinking, and I think I should make a video talking about darkness and light and what exactly that means. Because in this day and time, I think that there's more confusion on the planet than there has ever been. The internet is a great thing, but it has also confused people so much because there's so much knowledge and information being brought forth to the world in many different aspects. And religion is definitely one of them. So I'm going to do my best to explain this in a short story for everyone that can coexist with this, and that I think this would come across to every race, religion, and creed on the planet. It's just a basic understanding of what darkness and light is, and who Jesus Christ is, and who Lucifer is. And Lucifer is who I believe to be the son of Enki, and his original name is Marduk. And again, I've posted videos about this before, but we'll start with darkness. Imagine that Marduk, Lucifer, is the lord of our planet, also governing darkness. And so what hell is an enslavement cycle of having to come here over and over again, reincarnating, because your soul continues to need work for itself, or to work and enslave yourself for Lucifer. So how many of us on this planet are wearing certain clothing, or we are enslaving ourselves to eat certain foods? Or an example would be, I really respect the Amish community, but at the same time, they're enslaving themselves to wear certain clothing, for women to always, wear a long skirt or a dress. And so you're actually enslaving yourself to Lucifer, or your soul needed to learn what it was like to go through a life of enslavement. And so you will be brought forth to do this again, and it could be a cycle of hell if you choose it to be, or if you continue to do negative things while you're here on the planet, that karma will cause you to do this over again. And so when I say that, you're probably like, in the same form or body? No, you actually, your soul, along with the 12 lords of karma and the archangels, would decide your incarnation, whether it be a man or a woman, an African, someone from Belize, and someone from China, someone from the United States, someone from Russia. Your soul would decide that. And of course there are other planetary spheres that exist outside of our galaxies that also go through this third dimensional process of what we call ascension, but it is being governed by different entities rather than the one that governs our planet. And you could say that Marduk, Lucifer, could govern more planets than ours, but that is something I will not speak on today. And then what you saw, and now I'll talk about the light somewhat, is the master Yeshua, which would be Jesus Christ and the Christian philosophies of religion. Imagine that the universe wielded itself into human form to come to earth to teach compassion, to bring forth unity and love to all mankind, to coexist with one another. Because there's a story that's never been told in the faithful Bible, and I won't go into in depth today, but it has to do with our creation and who truly had a hand to play in the creation of the human race and the gods that be. Because there are many gods. There is the one infinite creator. An example would be Jesus, the one infinite creator, wielded itself into human form to come here and teach the human race to do better, to give compassion to one another. The universe came here and it died to teach you compassion. To talk about him dying for our sins is not necessarily correct. He died to show us compassion and unity, and that our soul lives on, that it is infinite, that we need to, as service to others, have compassion and help each other evolve and be better. And that were the teachings of Jesus, and much more beyond what I'm saying today. But there's a lot of confusion, and I think a lot of the young generation has a very bad taste in their mouth about God in general. So let's wipe away religion altogether. Let's push it away and talk about transcendentalism, unity, coming together as one to believe in a higher power, to understand that the Christ frequency is coming into our earth because we're in a time of Aquarius, and we are ascending into this higher vibration called the fourth density. That is the new world that is talked about in the Bible, because our human genetics change. We evolve into a higher order of being. And so that's why Jesus said there are many temples in my kingdom. He was talking about the vibrations in time that we're traveling upwards to one day become more like God. And so the more we work with the light, even though you could say Lucifer was the bringer of light, we'll push that aside and realize that the light has to do with love and unity. And the more unity we have with one another, the more service to others, the higher we travel through these vibrations in time, and the quicker we do it. So once the soul learns all of these things, you break free from the enslavement cycle of hell towards Lucifer, and during this life or after, you travel into a higher vibration. You all are just very lucky that in your physical existence today that you will get to travel into the fourth density while living on our planet. Not everyone will. And that is what I believe to be the truth. And I will probably teach what I'm teaching till the day that I die in my nutrition courses, because all of this has to do with our ascension process as a human race. Our health, our environment, the way that we live, mind, body, spirit. And that is the truth. It's not just some hippie mumbo jumbo. And I believe what I'm teaching with all of my heart. And I think that we should turn our minds towards unity and helping one another understand the truth, push away from the negative things that's being taught. That, well, I'll leave it at that for today. But there is a lot of negativity out in the world now, on both sides. Many of you who think you are doing right are simply worshiping Lucifer and enslaving yourself to have to do this over again. So I suggest that you break free, rip your clothes off, get naked, go out in the sun, drink a beer, enjoy your life, and still do service to self and others. This life is kindergarten for the soul. It's about enjoying yourself while that you're here, not enslaving yourself. And I feel very sorry for the ones of you that are enslaving yourself, because what you're actually doing is feeding Lucifer his fear medicine. Because that's what feeds these negative beings, is fear and negativity. That's how they thrive. So you want to feed the light, feed your soul positivity and love. And then at that point, you can break free from the cycle of hell and vibrate into these higher dimensions in time. Thank you.